Well, hello everyone. My name is Zachary O'Shea, and this is Box of Teeth. So you need your horror fantasy role-playing game fix. Let me be your game master here in just a moment. Before we jump into this, I want to give a warning. This is a horror-themed series of videos. There will be some body horror, cosmic horror, and folk horror elements. One might feel that taking this simple job from Castle Steward might not have been the best idea after 2 straight days of rain. Trudging along on the muddy roads, the damp chill of autumn sinking into one's bones, it's gotten rather dreary the deeper and deeper that you travel into the eastern forest. The job itself is relatively simple. A courier was dispatched a month ago to Vinmore to inform Sir Henrik that his eldest daughter had taken seriously ill. Sir Henrik was visiting Vinmore on a hunting trip. Neither the knight nor the courier has returned. Vinmore itself is a bit of an out-of-the-way place where nobles and folks of means will go for hunting trips. It has a nice little quaint town that services all their needs and is controlled by the Baron Hatchet, and again is a well-known place where folks like to spend the late part of summer and early part of autumn hunting game. Your mission is relatively clear. Travel to Vinmore, find out what happened to the courier and the knight, and if they are alive, bring them back healthy and well. Finally, after 2 days, the rain dies down to a drizzle, and the road meanders out of the misty forest and towards the river. The stench of befouled water and rot overcomes the rain. The bridge into Vinmore still spans the swollen river, but an overturned carriage blocks the lichen-kissed causeway. Jaundiced insects buzz around a hole where the door should be. As you come up to the bridge, the river itself is clearly too high and too fast to safely swim across. What would you like to do? As you come up to the carriage, reins dangle over the broken railing and draw the eye down to the horse's corpse, half sunk into the rushing water. It's not a pretty sight. The poor beast's neck resembles a wrung cloth, its eyes bulging from ruptured sockets and purple tongue lolling from its mouth. All but drowned reeds tap against the horse's bloated flanks, creating a macabre tune. Do you wish to investigate further? As you bravely approach, the missing door of the carriage lays in a puddle at the base of the bridge. It bears a crest of crossed axes atop a pale tree. This is the heraldry of Baron Hatchet. A hint of purple paint lingers on the carriage's weathered slats. The broken front axle juts out like an execution stake. Ruddy gel drips from the jagged wood. The buzzing intensifies, and a swarm flows from the carriage. The cloud of flies, or whatever they are, casts a sickly red glow, their tiny bodies glistening. A chorus of malignant whispers cascades through the hundreds of tiny wings. Roll for initiative. Having repelled the swarm of dire flies through magic and might, you move to inspect the carriage. A woman's body lies in a fetal position. Her hands protect a head of matted black hair. Red honey glues her velvet gown to gelatinous skin pulled away from her bones. Clusters of tiny holes riddle the corpse's exposed shoulders deep into the tissue. Crimson maggots gestate within the wounds. The dead woman's expression, however, is one of bliss instead of pain or horror. Perched in an aggressive stance on the other side of the coach is a stuffed child's toy resembling a griffin. It lacks one of its button eyes. The corpse itself also bears the signet ring indicative of the Hatchet family with the same symbol. It's carved from pale wood and entwined with silver. A pouch in the muck at the bottom of the carriage contains some gold pieces and a silver necklace with an empty locket. There's nothing much else of note here, no sign of the coachman. What would you like to do? On the other side of the river, the rain dies down, but the wind picks up. With it, the dilapidated sails of a windmill deep in the forest creak and languidly spin. The scents of ash, cinder, and smoke fill the air. Something terrible has happened to the village of Vinmore. The road continues on towards the stricken town, deeper into the woods, and a well Tread game trail opens up to the north. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to see more, please let me know down in the comments below. If you'd like to look at the hundreds of monsters that I have for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that are all free and all horror themed, you can of course go to boxofteeth.blogspot.com. If you're more interested in the non-Dungeons & Dragon content that I have, or the horror fiction that I write, you can always go to www.zacharyoshea.com. Alright everybody, have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a great week ahead of you. Thank you for your time and your attention.